Dangerlings, it's that time again. It's Tuesday and it's Danger Recall Day. I almost went into song there, didn't I? Blimey, I tell you what though, this is a song worthy episode. I think if we're going to write any songs about episodes, this is the episode we're going to write about. Jeez Louise, because it is that type of episode. Mate, I've got some guests with me today. Thank you for joining me, Dangerlings. Thank you for joining me. Guests, we got Dan Thompson here today.
Hello, Colin.
How are you, Dan?
Here. I'm doing all right. I'm enjoying. This is the closest to the wire we've ever been with a record, isn't it? Literally coming out tomorrow. Yeah,
coming out tomorrow, mate. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy, but we had to do it. And Ross, man, what's going on?
Good. I'm ill. I've got the dreaded cold that's going around at the moment.
Yeah, so, how's that working out for you?
It's really annoying. I've had it for the last 3 days, which is annoying. But onwards and upwards. The show must go on.
I thought you had it a week ago.
Huh?
I thought you had it a week ago.
Yeah, but who cares? I might have a week, I might have a month. Who knows?
Look, I want to know: is this cold a week or is it a month?
No, it's
not.
I need to know. It's not a week. It's I don't know specifically when I got the cold, but it's here. It's parking up in my nose and the back of my throat. And yeah. So yeah, I'm going to be hocking up lots of green goo from my chest, and I'm going to send it to Dan.
These are all good images. Thank you.
Well, how are you going to send that to Dan? Like UPS or?
Yeah. I'll just put it on the company. I'll put it on the company, and I'll just send it in tissue form.
You'll put it on the company.
I've got to approve that transaction, so I'm gonna transfer it to a Hermes delivery, and it's going to end up getting yeeted over into James's garden.
Oh, mate, don't get me started on Hermes. I was trying to send a TV. It's a long story. It's not even that interesting, so we'll just leave it there. Nice one, Hermes. Tweet us. Yeah, great story. There we go. That's it. Listen, this week we're talking about episode 57, which is A Little Bird in the Hand. Yes. Oh, my goodness. What a rip-roaring finale, I would say, to this adventure. I mean, I know we've got an addendum afterwards, haven't we? We've got a few episodes after this. The epilogue, I guess you would call the rest of the episodes in Camargo. But this, for me, is like the first ending in Return of the King, Because that film ends about 7 times, let's be honest about it. This is the first ending in our Return of the King. Wouldn't you agree, Danger Team?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's certainly climactic and just kind of. I've been looking through the GM notes for it and looking at some of the encounters that got cut so that this could be the finale because it's April's last game with us. So we're like, we have to wrap up April's story, but we've got good stuff. There's some great fights. There's some great drama. There's some revelations about all sorts of stuff. We get the first glimpse of one of our big villains for the rest of the campaign. And as a special treat for this Danger Recall, when we get towards the end of it, I have got the blurb that I wrote for April when she joined the game that gives all of the stuff that Mikey had to start the game. I dug that one out of the archive as well.
Nice.
Yeah, what a treat. We might have a special little message from April Hughes as well. I've been keeping that quiet, haven't I, team?
Have.
Yeah, I got a little message from April Hughes as well. We'll bring that up in a little while. And also, we've got a beautiful picture, an image coming out today. Go on to the Instagram team because it's great, isn't it, Dan? Only you and I have seen it.
It's so good. I didn't realise that. I didn't realise she'd done it. I know there's like a sketch of Mikey that she did at the time while she was at the table, but I didn't know she'd done some more since then, and it's delightful. It's a lovely picture.
Literally just sent it to me, like when we were doing the first bunch of Danger Recalls around her episodes, and I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. I can't wait to share it, but I've been holding it back again. Secrets.
Oh my goodness.
Secrets for Danger Recall. Ross hasn't seen it, have you, Ross?
I have not seen it. I am intrigued and excited to see it.
You just wait. This wasn't like an intentional secret. I wasn't like being like.
It's all right, man. I've got lots of secrets that I don't tell you.
Yeah. What like?
I took a dump in your cat litter tray the other day, so...
Yeah, I know.
Joke's on you, so enjoy that.
I was watching you. I was like, why are you doing that?
Well,
and you started going, meow, meow. And I was like, that's not going to work, Ross.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Keep it secret, keep it safe. Keep your Kaplan turd safe. Kaplan's my cat, by the way. If you don't know that yet. So thanks, Dangerlings. Yeah, let's get into this.
Let's do it.
We got music from Kev, Swordco Soundscapes, Tom Kent Music, Evan King, RFM, Techno Axe, and Ross Bludgeon. I love Techno Axe.
It's a great name.
It's such good. Yeah, Techno Axe.
It's how you can tell it's a big episode, isn't it? Because there's just so many different artists on it. Like, they use so much music for it.
Yeah, this is before I found in later episodes, you probably realise this, Dangerlings, I used the very similar or the same battle music for a lot of episodes. That's because I finally found a string of music which is not only royalty free but over an hour long, so we can use it again and again, which is so beneficial. I can tell you, if you're thinking about doing a podcast, like, find the royalty free episode music that is just long. Just find the long stuff. It's going to help you out, I guarantee you. Little editor tip there for you. But yeah, this is great because there's so many changes of moods and things going on. Let's get into it. As I say, we've got the dumb waiter straight away. I love the dumb. I mean, it ended the last episode, and now comes into the beginning of this episode. And that kept us on, 10 to
So what do you guys think? Because you never really sussed it at the time. With a bit of time to think of it, what do you think the way of getting to that top floor is? Obviously, there is a dumbwaiter that runs to it. But how do you think you guys could have, other ways that you guys could have got there?
Scrolls.
Yeah.
Velda.
Yeah.
And
Eagles.
And Eagles.
The Eagles. I mean, the Eagles are the ultimate solution to that. It's the
Eagles, the band, right? Not the
yeah.
It's just when I go to Hotel California and
So that's a thing. It's Uncle Goodun is a powerful wizard, and powerful wizards don't need stairs. There's no reason why they would have an access point to their private area, because if you can teleport, why do you bother? Why would you bother having that? Yeah, especially if you're security conscious. So those floors just don't exist. So there's a few ways of getting up there. You could literally throw a rope up and climb up the wall if you had sort of a spider climb, or if you. In my head, I imagined you'd have Philippe with you, and Philippe's quite good at climbing, and maybe he could go up and carry the rope up.
Okay.
But obviously that's very dangerous, as we do a bit of that. But yeah, Creel has to get up there sometimes, and Creel isn't a powerful enough wizard to be able to just teleport himself. So he has got some high-level Dimension Door scrolls, so that he doesn't... Well, I think he can cast it, but he doesn't want to have to prepare it all the time. So he's got a few scrolls of Dimension Door that are high enough level to teleport all of you. So if you had grabbed one of those scrolls, Velda would have had to have made a check, a use magic device check. And if he'd got it, he would have been able to teleport the whole party up to that top floor, which is, scary as hell, because you don't know that there's anything up there. You've just got to teleport up and hope you don't appear in solid stone. But that would have been one way up. But then that's one of the perils of living in a city for a wizard, is he doesn't have space up there for a kitchen. And you are exactly right. There's a bit where you're like, well, why would he have a dumbwaiter? Well, maybe he doesn't want to eat wizard food. He doesn't want to use created food all the time. And it's right. He's a fancy wizard. He doesn't want to just do create food all the time. So he's got a dumbwaiter that goes up to his floors so he can have fancy food delivered. And that is the weakness that you find to exploit.
And that was definitely one option. You didn't just make that up on the fly, Dan. You didn't go, oh, do you know what? I better let them get there because otherwise...
No. I was leaning more towards the... I was leaning more towards the scroll thing, mostly because the dumbwaiter thing is really difficult because you've got to get the key off Creel, which is and I kind of figured if they're in a position where they get the key, that it's more likely they're going to have gotten the scrolls, so they'll probably do that. But it's also a backup if you decide, hey, we want to keep this scroll because it's really powerful and we can use it another time.
And like we said in last week's Danger Recall, we were saying how you definitely said to us, you're like, there's some scrolls on the table, but don't worry about that because you're out of the room now. And we were like, oh shit. And we didn't even take that. We didn't even think, oh, let's go back and get the scrolls. We just kind of,
teleport magic is so game changing in anything like this. Like imagine if in a few episodes time in the junkyards, imagine if you come into this weird junkyard and you have a little look around, see the stuff falling down, and Velda's like, nah, don't fancy this, takes the scroll out and just teleports all of you to the end of the room, and you just walk out, and there's you just skip the entire room. You know, it massively changes it. But I was like, I'm going to let them have this one powerful item, and we'll see what happens with it, see where it gets used. And then Velda never found it.
Yeah, hilarious. Typical Danger Club, eh? All right, we got some Volivants.
Yep.
After that, good old Volivants. If you don't know what Volivants are, can you describe a Volivant, please, Ross?
It's like a little pastry, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like a little pastry with some stuff on, like cheese, maybe, or like filling, like a filling. What fillings do Volivants have?
Prawn.
Oh, that's it. Prawn.
Typically, like it's a very 70s kind of food. It's kind of party food. Yeah, you have like little round. What would it sort of the size of one of these, Dan? What size are?
They're tiny. The little, bite size. They're
bite size. Yeah, canapé.
They're bad canapés.
It's a really bad canapé. Yeah, it's like puff pastry with a prawn in it.
That's it.
Horrible way to go for a prawn.
Volivants. Yeah. They were seen as very kind of high end, weren't they, back in the day? Usually any sort of funeral or whatever, they would be there. That's how I remember it.
Funeral food.
Yes,
traditional British death food.
Yeah. Oh, someone's died. Oh, let's make some Volivants. Come on, and some ham sandwiches.
If you would please join us for the Volivants, thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Excuse me, I know Marjorie has died, but where are the Volivants? I'm asking you.
Oh my god, you eat your Volivant and then you kind of dust off the flaky pastry into the grave one by one. It's like throwing the dirt in.
Oh geez, yeah. Content warnings here, Dangerlings. Yeah, so we do the dumb waiter thing. We have a song as well. We go, Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover. I haven't done a deep dive on that actually. But it's a great song, isn't it? Damn, I wish I was your love. Who sung that?
I have no idea. I didn't deep dive it.
No. Google it, Dangerlings. We didn't do it this time. Velda brings up the virgin thing to Fulton. just turns around and goes, well, you're a virgin. I was like, what the fuck? Why did you do that? I wish James was here to explain himself.
Such a frat boy thing to do, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
fucking
it is,
virgin.
Yeah. And then calls him stupid. It was like, not only you're a virgin, you're stupid. Yeah, and then we take the soups into dumbwaiter as well. And we mentioned the fact, and I'd been thinking this for a lot of episodes. I know Scott brought it up. I had been thinking this. We were talking about scrolls and Creel, which is a very close reference to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And at the time, I think Captain Marvel was just about to come out, which is full of scrolls. And so there you go. I just thought I'd bring that up again. And
they do. Those words do sound similar.
Yeah.
Scrolls, Creels, Bills.
All right. Well, that's the end
Beals.
of that. I thought it was going to be a bigger reaction, but no. No, it's fine. Yeah. And then all the guards are coming for us, and the rope. We're waiting in that room. We've got the door locked. We don't know what's going on, and then all of a sudden, the rope drops down to the windows, and we're all like, "Yes, Mikey did it. Let's go!" And the climb is great, isn't it? The climb is fantastic. Dangerlings, what do you think, Ross, about this climb? Do you remember anything about it?
I can almost feel it, that feeling I'm giving. Yeah, the climb. It was cool. It was a nice cinematic moment. Us all outside, just climbing up. It's really cool imagery. So well done, Dan.
I do love the fact that I rolled a natural 1 and then a natural 20 on this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it a natural one or is it like a 3 or something? I can't remember. I thought it was a natural one.
It's not much. It's a fail, and it's very hard to fail at that point. But yeah,
right.
You did manage it.
Because we're all tied on the rope and stuff like that. So you can't really fail. And then M falls, smacks into the thing, and then I roll another climb check and it's a 20. So it's like M kind of like falls against the rope, against the wall, and then climbs up, does a flip through the window and goes, "What are you worried about?"
Yeah. How high were we up by that point?
We're so high. We're like 14 floors or something, aren't we?
Yeah, it is ridiculously. You are, by this point, you're on the 13th floor, or the floor, depending on how far you've climbed up. You leave the building you leave on the 12th floor, and you're climbing up to the 17th floor.
So if we had fallen, we would have taken how much? It's a D6, is it, for every
10 feet fallen? So that is a lot of damage, to the point that probably death by massive damage might have come involved as well.
Yeah.
Like it could have been a fortitude save, or you just die. It is so dangerous. There's a chance maybe you could have grabbed like another window on the way past. And then just been amidst all of the guards and had to fight your way through the guards. So, it would have been. I think that would have been bye birdie if you'd fallen down that bit.
I mean, M's been dead before, and so it doesn't matter. Like, and then we get to this room and we hear that brush sound, don't we? That kind of almost like shh. That took me fucking ages to find the sound effect of a brush. I know that sounds weird, but I spent so much time finding a good brush sound to add to that, and it's such a small bit.
Well done, mate. You found a good bit.
Hours and hours.
A lot of the brushing community have mentioned how realistic it sounded. So, tweet us if anyone is a cleaner or brusher of things. To tell us how good that brush sound effect was.
This massive caterpillar, Dan, that we get, the brush sound is like, we have a little reference to Have You Seen Her? I haven't done a deep dive on that song either, to be honest. But anyway, we're just going to move on. The massive caterpillar, what would happen if we got attacked by that thing?
The blood caterpillar, that creature is no joke whatsoever. So it's got its bristles do damage, so basically you're taking damage the whole time you're fighting it, just because you're getting stabbed with the bristles while you're up close to it. The bristles do poison. It has a web built over, so you could have ended up, if you hadn't spotted the web, you would have walked in and been stuck in the web while it chews your face off. It's his guardian, it's his guard dog. It's absolutely no joke. And of course it's a blood caterpillar because he uses blood magic. He's a bloat mage.
He's not like a blood, like a blood or a crip.
Yeah, he's got a crip caterpillar on the other one.
He's got a blue flag hanging out the left side of his trousers. Yeah, all right. Big up the crips and the bloods. Let's not get bogged down in gang warfare danger, please. Yeah.
Where have we ended up, Colin?
I'm just making sure that we represent both sides. So we got these strands of silk, as you say. So we crawl up. We give soup to this thing, and it starts puking everywhere, and we get through, which is great. That's an amazing foresight from Big Mike there. I can't believe that she even had that intention, thinking ahead. We need that. In the danger club.
I love when someone comes up with that, especially when you're making a show like this and it's and things are time sensitive, and you're like, okay, we need to get through this episode. We need to get everything done this episode because we lose April at the end of it, and she needs. It would be really shit if she wasn't there for the showdown with her nemesis. So we got to get through this, and it's like, how are they going to get past the blood caterpillar? And you're trying to work it out. And then she comes up with this brilliant plan, and it's like, you genius! That's fantastic. I love avoiding combat. I love anytime you can avoid combat with like a really creative way is always good.
Because she was the one, wasn't she? She said, I'm going to take some of these soups. I want to make sure I've got some of them, and I want to make sure I've got this little blood poison as well. Is it blood poison? I don't know. It's some sort of poison
blood
anyway.
Wine, I
blood
think
wine.
It was,
that's it. Yeah. She's like, I'm going to get some of that, and it was like, how did you? That's fucking mental.
Yeah.
How did you even come up with that? That's crazy. Yeah. But as I say, Mike is still disguised as Creel. and goes into Goodun, into this office. And we hear the clock ticking back and forth. And was he even convinced for a second, Dan?
No, not for the slightest moment. Was he fooled by the disguise at all? It wouldn't have mattered because it only had a couple of seconds left on it anyway. It was enough to just sort of walk in. But I don't think April was really expecting it to anyway at this point. I think she knows that this is the showdown right now. Like the time for duplicity is gone now. Once you're in the room with Uncle Goodun, it's time.
And this little conversation between Mikey and Goodun, where's my sister? And then we find out her whole backstory just in this bit, which is so good. And he's basically after her sister, isn't he? He's killed her sister.
It certainly does seem that way, yes.
Oh, Dan! Tell us what's going on. No, anyway, well, they're really horrible people, obviously doing things with little children and stuff, like making them work and things like that, turning them into spies and things like that. It's really horrible man, wasn't he, Goodun?
It's like the Temple of Doom.
Like the Temple of Doom, yeah.
Really nasty. And the fact that his charitable foundation is called the Little Birds Foundation.
Yeah.
That's the name of his child thieves. He's gross. He's horrible.
Horrible. And then we have a little fight with him and he reveals his true form. Oh, he's disgusting, isn't he?
He's
nasty.
So he's a bloat mage. Bloat mages are they're actually, you can play them in first edition. They're a prestige class. I haven't read enough of Secrets of Magic to see if they're in second edition yet, but there's such a gross idea. So they use blood magic where they use the power of the blood to channel their spells to make themselves more powerful. And they can basically create more blood within themselves to power their magic. And so basically every time they want to power themselves up, they bloat. And so they basically just their veins just swell up and they just start to swell up because they're full of blood. And so they have to have leeches all over their body to try and drain some of it off so that they don't explode. And basically, if they use too much magic or if they channel this power too much, then first thing that happens is it puts pressure on their brain to the point they just go insane and just become criminally insane, become murderous monsters, and then eventually they will just explode. So they're so gross, and I love them. As soon as I read them, I'm just like, that is our villain. That is what we're going to have. That's And then to add on the mask, the mask's rusted onto the face because he's too big to. You imagine his face is just swollen around it, and he can't take the mask off. So it's just it's just on the edges. It's rusted around the sides. It's just it's so grim.
Holy rusted metal Batman, yeah, just all over his face. Oh, how disgusting! What a disgusting villain! If only another member of the Danger Club was here just to say they're. Because you've heard from me, Ross and Dan. If only there was another person from the Danger Club here to tell us what they thought of Uncle Goodun and that horrible.
Old Uncle Goodun, eh?
Oh,
Goodness
Drummer
me.
Bowskill just joined the call. How you doing,
Boom.
Drum?
Well, word up, motherfuckers.
I'll get you on the Zoom audio. So if you're not recording, don't worry about it. I'll just use this audio, mate. We're right at the end of the episode. We've broken into Uncle Goodun's thing, and he's been disillusioned. We know what he looks like. We've seen this, and he's got leeches all over him. And Big Mike's found out that her sister's apparently dead. Dan hasn't given us that information here.
This is the thing. Even during the episode, I'm not sure. As we were recording it, I don't remember quite getting the weight of her situation. I could feel it coming from April, the actress. I could fucking feel it. Do you know what I mean? I could feel the weight of it. She played it hard, man. And but I don't know. It was almost I can't even engage with that right now because we have to deal with this guy. Do you know what I mean? But that's heavy. And so remind me again, what exactly had he done to her and her sister?
Would you?
He doesn't. Dan's not going to tell us.
Would you like April's briefing? Would you like April's Big Mike's history.
Oh,
okay.
Mike,
Let's do it. Yeah, we're near the end.
This is whenever we have a guest on the show, and I did the same for you guys. I think when we first started, I like to write a little opening monologue for your character that's like the kind of the pre-credit roll, just to kind of get you into the game. Because I don't really faff around with backstory too much, but we kind of do a little bit of that, and then now we're up and running. So I wrote one for April based on what she'd asked for, based on a character, and so this is what she got sent on like the morning of the game. Everyone loves Uncle Goodun. Who pays for the free bread? Uncle. Who rebuilds the tenement buildings when they fall down? Uncle. Who runs the orphanage? You know the answer to this one all too well. Growing up in the lower levels of the Highside Stacks district of Caermarga, it's hard for anyone, but it's especially hard for 2 orphan gnomes. You and your sister Ray never knew your parents, and your earliest memories are of growing up in the Bright Futures orphanage. It was a rough place, but despite your size, you and Ray found ways to take care of yourselves. Before your 10th birthday, the 2 of you were already making a small fortune pickpocketing the rich citizens of the great tower that gave the Highside Stacks their name. It was this that brought you to the attention of Uncle. After getting too greedy on a pinch, you and Ray found yourselves in the custody of the local watch and were set to lose your hands or worse, when a mysterious figure paid for your release and took you to the tallest tower in the stacks. This was Creel, the major domo of Uncle Goodun's house, and as it turns out, the man charged with running his real business, crime. Unknown to the citizens of Caermarga, Uncle Goodun is the biggest crime lord the city has ever known, and he had a great deal of use for a pair of thieves with a knack for getting into small places. Uncle's organization trained you to lie, to sneak, to even to understand magic, and soon you and Ray were 2 of his most profitable workers. He came to refer to you as his 2 little birds. All the time, you never met Uncle in person. It was just known that he lived on the upper floors of the tower and never descended to street level. He would communicate with you via a magic mirror, appearing as a kindly old man of later years. For many happy years, he praised you for your work, telling you of the great good that you were doing for the city by helping him, and for years, you believed him. But eventually the words began to ring hollow. You started to see the reality behind the facade. Other thieves who had failed Uncle would go missing. Creel's suspicious questions whenever you wanted to travel anywhere without permission. You realized that as young as you and Ray were, you were suddenly the longest-serving thieves in the organization. You suggested the idea of leaving to Ray, but she would never hear of it. Then the thing that you feared happened. When fleeing from a job, you had to dump the loot in order to evade capture. It was your first mistake and your last. Uncle reassured you that all was well, that a simple mistake could be easily forgiven. And then that night as you slept, one of his men stabbed you. They threw your seemingly lifeless body into a bag and dumped it in the canal, thinking the current would wash you out of the city completely. But they didn't check carefully enough. Somehow, against the odds, you survived. You dragged yourself to safety. Alive but alone and beyond hope, you searched for months for any word of Ray, but you could find no trace of her. All you have to remember her by is a silver ring that belonged to her, the first thing that you ever stole together. With no more leads and no way to come back at the all-powerful Uncle Goodun, you entered the business for yourself. You created the legend of Big Mike as a cover and began conducting your own operations around the city. Big Mike has been caught and executed a dozen times, but never once have the guards suspected that it was really you behind it. The only person who really knows your identity is the aging blind rat folk Christoph. The old mouse was a legendary thief in his youth, but is content now to act as a go-between to help you plan out your jobs. So it is that we find you in the slums of Caermarga. You've built a life for yourself here, but old scores remain unsettled. Only Uncle Goodun knows what happened to Ray, and without substantial help, you don't stand a chance of getting close to him. And so you wait, and you bide your time, hoping for an opportunity to present itself. Everybody loves Uncle Goodun. Everybody except his little bird.
Oh, nice. Like,
very nice,
so,
very nice.
That's very
nice. Enter the Danger Club.
Yeah,
and Enter the Danger Club. Yeah, Ray's dead.
Ray's dead. Yeah, very sad. Rest in peace, Ray. Rest in peace, Ray. Now, listen. There's one more thing that happens. I mean, look, there's two more things that happen. But we've got to round this episode up, and also we need to hear from April. So, listen, Ross, this is your moment. You know, you think I'm going to shut, you know, M's going, shut up, man, you're boring. Fulton's going, shut up, man, you're boring. And then you roll something. What happens here, Ross?
I think I roll a natch 20, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Yay.
Is it the first time in the game when he's trying to fight someone that he rolled a natch 20? It could be.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Oh, second.
You roll
right.
two in a row.
Yeah.
Two in a row. And then get triple damage. And it's 32 points of damage. You leap at this thing and you chop its head clean off. When we were going to keep him alive.
As soon as I did it, I was like, I'll say something cool. I mean, I just stole the Thor thing. And then I did it, and then I was like, oh, wait, it's actually, we needed to know where Ray was.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Hopefully there's some notes somewhere. Oh, no, we can't get the notes because the fucking guards are behind us. Oh, yeah.
It's the Tarantino bit of it, of like the awkward silence of Fulton looking awkward while this body's sort of staggering with just blood gushing like a geyser out of the neck behind it.
What's so good though is you'd had that blooming card for, you know, however many episodes. Like how many episodes was it? Like 30 episodes?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of them. Yeah,
it was for a long time, and then all of a sudden, you know, and to be on the boss, to roll that on the boss, anyone would think that we made that up.
Yeah.
You know, just for dramatic effect, but no. That was just purely all Ross Boss.
Oh yeah,
it's so good. It also means that with April taking every other kill during the heist, it means that Fulton, believe it or not, retains his place at the top of the justifiable homicide tracker, which he has held since episode 5.
Amazing. And then just run through us quickly. Who else is? What's the order?
So there's been no change in this entire adventure for everyone else because April took all of the other ones. So it's still it's Fulton leading on 18, Caragor on 16 in second place, then M on 15, then Velda with 9, and then Shania with 6, and then Mikey overtakes Philippe.
All right, and then what we do is we grab what we can, we get out the window, we run across the roof, and we just jump off of the wall into this lake. I love this image of us running and all the arrows like flying and loads of people going rah, 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 and mate, it was so good. And that's the episode, Dangerlings. But before we go, we've just got a little message from Miss April Hughes.
Yes.
Here we go. All right, are you listening, team?
Hey, danger schmucks.
You can't hear that. Hold on. Let me just adjust. Hold on. I'll do this properly when I, you know.
You're going to put it in post?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will put it in post. But let's make sure you can hear it as well.
That's very sensible. Did she send it to you as a WhatsApp message? Because those things are a pain to get out of WhatsApp.
They're not if you know what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Just throw some shade there while you can't get your tech to work there, Colin.
I'm recording from a fucking iPhone into a microphone.
I think I'm just going to keep...
Shush. I'm not telling April. I might just keep this as is. Stop it, April.
April's not here, Colin. She can't help you.
I'm trying to rewind it, and it's fucking mental. Right.
Hey, danger schmucks. I think I'm just going to keep talking in this voice forevermore. It's much, much better than my own. This episode, what a doozy. Dan, big props to you. That was an amazing, amazing game. An amazing heist. Wow. Highlight moments for me was the little solo mission, sheer panic, sheer anxiety for that. Really fun, but my goodness gracious, I was terrified. And also one of my favorite moments, I think in any D&D game ever actually, was Dan, it was actually you very politely reminding me that I was a rogue and that I didn't have to rely on my invisibility. Because I think I just kept reaching for the horn in moments of dread. And there was just a moment where you well, you made Big Mike hide behind a door or hide up on the ceiling very late into the game playing. And then I had a little moment thinking, oh yeah, rogues, they can do fun acrobatic stuff. Oh, damn it. And then obviously Fulton's epic role. I mean, that goes without saying. That was pretty sick. And then, yeah, leaving it off. Where does Big Mike go? Dan, I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to find out one day. Hey, maybe we will. Who knows? Maybe she's just kicking back, insulting people in taverns and slapping everyone. Who knows? Anyway, love you all. Over and out.
April Hughes, everybody. Yeah, that was
well, we all know how hard it is to not just grab your horn. We've all been there, man. Like, it's tough. It's tough.
Well, on that note, Dangerlings, thank you so much. This has been Danger Recall, episode 57. We're not sure what's going to happen with Danger Recall, but we're going to be back. Maybe next week, maybe in 10 weeks, maybe tomorrow. We might come back tomorrow. Who knows? We don't know. But listen, Dangerlings, we love you. We hope you love us. Dan, it's been great to have you here. Thank you so much.
Colin, it's been great to be here.
Ross, man, thank you so much for being here, brother.
Thank you, Colin.
And Drumbolinos, thank you for joining us as well.
Yeah, man. Nice to get on the end of that kind of stuff, man. The end of the ends.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. And the ends. And thank you, April Hughes. Thank you, Dangerlings. Bye.
Bye.
Later.